Did we have a break?
Looking at what I'm looking at, it.
Let's give it a second.
Trying to figure out where it stopped. It looks like when they were describing the window jump.
Okay, so to bring everybody up to speed, since we dropped.
Oh
score
no!
Was
Twitch is up. YouTube's down.
Okay.
Twitch had a hiccup. YouTube.
I'm also recording locally, so we didn't
we're
lose
good.
that stuff.
All right, so let's go right back into payoff a successful score. So we got 2 rep by default. We're going to take +1 rep for a tier higher.
Bonk.
All right, if you keep the operation completely quiet so no one knows about it, you earn 0 rep. That definitely did not happen. All right. The crew earns coin based on the nature of the operation. So you get 2 coin for a minor job. Nope. I think this was a big score. I think this is 8 coin. So I'd like each of you to add 2 coin. Each of you add 2 coin to your character sheets. We'll distribute it evenly.
Okay. How does this work on the... It's like little boxes?
So, I don't think that we mark that on the crew. On like the Unspoken one. I think that we just mark it on our personal ones.
Yes. Got it. Can you only have up to 4 coin? There's like 4 boxes on the character sheet.
Yep, and then you guys have you have to work on getting a stash.
Okay, got it. That was my confusion. Just making sure I was understanding the interface right. So we're checking in 2 of those 4 boxes.
All right, so we've got to talk about Crow's Foot. And we've got to talk about you paying a tithe for living in Crow's Foot and being allowed to stay there. You can pay a coin, or you can lower your relationship with the person that runs Crow's Foot. Which do you want to do?
Who runs Crow's Foot?
You're gonna make me look it up, aren't you?
Yep.
If I don't ask at least one question,
I don't know. I don't have it in front of me. So it doesn't matter right this second. It will matter.
Sorry.
I'll look it up. That's okay.
I'll pay a coin, but I also expect there to be a little something else coming back my way in the relationship.
Done. I like that. So you pay off the boss. All right, let's talk about heat. So opening up the crew sheet again, heat is how much attention is the Unspoken gathering, right? So you get 0 heat if everything was smooth and quiet with low exposure. That's definitely not what happened. You get 2 heat if it was contained with standard exposure. I don't think that's what happened here.
Yeah, what do we get if we burnt down the sanctuary?
Yeah, I think it's 4 heat, which is loud and chaotic and high exposure. So go ahead and mark 4 heat.
Bonk.
And do we want to go ahead and just change our crew name, or
the recently spoken
quickly there?
It can still be Unspoken if we burn your buildings down after we steal your shit.
The artist formerly known as the Unspoken.
So now let's talk about entanglements. No score ever goes perfect. There's always some sort of entanglement as a result of the score. And where we decide we're going to roll this is dependent on the amount of heat that we have. So the buckets are 0 to 3 heat, 4 or 5 heat, or 6+ heat. Where are we? At 4?
We're at 4.
Who's going to roll my D6?
Ames.
Yeah, anything connected with heat is you now.
Where do I roll it?
Oh, noisy one.
Use the little D6 icon at the very bottom.
Just a straight D6.
On the very bottom.
Yeah, if you look at your
below the chat.
On the
just
chat.
A default
Sorry, I didn't
D6.
have chat open. No, just 1 D6. I know how it's a computer, I promise. 4.
So on heat
Better
4,
than half the rolls.
the entanglement is reprisals or unquiet dead. I will decide which of those 2 are in session 3. But that's your entanglement. You guys will be able to deal with that entanglement.
Okay.
All right. When we get back for session 3, we're going to go into downtime activities, which is another thing I love about Blades, which is what does this crew do between scores?
Right.
They've got a lot to deal with. They've got heat that they don't want. Some of these characters have some stress that they like to get rid of. Some of these characters might have some long-term projects they want to work on to maybe make things a little bit better. We even have characters that have harm, and they probably want to start working on getting that harm healed.
Oh, yeah. Especially Stella.
All right.
I'm just crying blood. I'm fine.
Josh, okay if we do Stars and Wishes?
Yep. Let's do it.
I'll start with you, Hank. So Stars and Wishes. Stars is one or more moments that really stood out for you, that just made this session, that was your favorite parts of the session. What are your stars?
Is it across the board or personal? Remind me.
It can be whatever it is, whatever stood out. So it might be another player stood out, a moment stood out, but something that just made it all click for you.
The absolute tag team between Adam and Amy right there in front of the vault in the silence bubble with the 2 pistols. It was wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
And we all were there. Like, we saw that dance as they started to piece it together. I love that. All right, wishes. What are you wishing for as a player? Not as a character. As a player, what are you wishing for in the next coming sessions?
That's a wonderful question.
Is there something you want more of? Is there something that hasn't happened you'd like to see?
I would love to have a moment to me, I feel like the role that I am filling, and this is just an observation, the role that I am filling has not really taken full scope yet. I mean, I had a moment there and the dice said no, which is the nature of dice games. Not mad about it. But I would love to see just the opportunity of...
To be a cutter.
Yeah, to be a cutter. That's a great way to word it. To be a cutter.
All right. So your wish is more cutter, which I love.
Because currently I feel like I blew the sneaking for everybody to get in trouble. That's what it felt like a little bit to me.
All right. How about for you, Amy? Let's go to your stars.
Oh man. Stars. I think I maybe got 2. I think that it was mine and Adam's thing, just like him having the second pistol and like us like not talking about that at all. You know, it just is this thing that flowed and it was just so pretty. Yeah. It was so cool.
It really was.
And the second one was
her dress off. Oh.
My clothes just goes flying.
Pop, throw, catch, wrap around, shoot.
So cool. And then the second one was just getting to use that ability. When I selected it, when I was thinking about it before we started, I was like, oh man, I really hope I get the opportunity to do this. That's why I was like, I can be a distraction. Maybe I can do this. And so getting to do it was so cool.
Awesome. What are you wishing for?
I'm having so much fun. It's hard to pick something to wish for. Maybe in the next session, we've got a lot of accumulated stress. So maybe just like an opportunity to really see how those vices help us, like maybe relieve stress and how we kind of calm down after a score.
Yeah, the downtime activities, it's on page 153 of the book. It's a really neat mechanic in the game. And I like downtime activities that take a whole session. You can make downtime activities almost like a board game and make it just boom, 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 and go right to the next score. I think there's so much gold from a role-playing perspective in the downtime activities. Don't be surprised if we don't start the next score in session 3. Don't be surprised if we end up eating up the entire session with downtime and loving it.
I love going hat shopping. You can ask Josh.
All right, Josh.
We've missed a few golden opportunities for big plot hooks because we wanted to go hat shopping in the past.
Absolutely love it. Josh, stars and wishes.
Yeah. I like the scene where we stumbled into the ritual in progress and got a nice little pants down view of one of the big bads doing something big and bad. I thought that was cool. And my wish I mean, my character wish is always going to be to work some kind of dramatic, strange magic. I think it would be cool to. I haven't fleshed out my ritual magic special ability yet, but I think it would be cool to try to reverse engineer what was going on in that room with my knowledge of ritual magic and follow up on it a bit.
So that's a great use of, when you look at your downtime activities between now and the next session, look at long-term project and how those work, because you can do unbelievable stuff with a long-term project, and that's a beautiful seed for a very powerful long-term project. So
I want to grab onto it and follow up on it.
Love it. Last but not least, Adam, stars and wishes.
Stars, I think I've seen the payoff of kind of the work I did into deciding which character class I wanted to play. Like, when I read through Spider, I thought, I like this, but I don't know if I'm smart enough to make it work. And the great thing about it is that you don't have to be smart enough to make it work. The class kind of plays itself. So, like, in one heist, I used 4 out of 5 items that are special to a spider. I used both charges on my ability. We had an amazing flashback that you introduced spiderlings for me. I even made a note in there where I'm like, spiderling number 1 is Rila Honda. And, like, she's going to come back.
Oh, yeah.
So the star is just, like, I feel like I was able to play this class to its extent. So that's
a big deal
for me.
That's cool. That's a big deal. How about wishes?
Wishes, it's and we'll see this in session 3, more role playing. I'm here for the role playing. I love just playing with everyone else, and my wish is that we can find a way for our vices to work together, rather than the session being like, Amy goes and does her vice, Hank doesn't do his vice, Josh does his vice, and it's like everyone just has like 45 minutes of them. I want us to find a way that we all work it together so that we have fun role playing together.
Adam, is your vice also luxury?
I think it is. I think we said we were going to be shopping girls together, but I don't remember.
I think a bunch of us picked luxury. There might be 3 of us with the same vice.
Oh my goodness, this could be.
Oh, it is.
Because my backstory was that I was like raised by nobles far, far away and studied with them or something. So I miss the luxurious homeland that I came from. I may have a different definition of luxury than you guys, but
Treat yourself.
But I hope they can all become friends here, because I don't feel like they're friends right now. That's
You'd
fine.
like to see, so a wish sounds like to me ultimately is you want a little bit more of a tighter crew, a more bonding character.
Yeah, I want to get
love
them closer to the center of the web so I can eat them first.
Beautiful. So before we close out, and then I'll hand it back to you, Josh, I just want to remind everybody who's watching right now, have you not been watching these people play Forbidden Lands, you are cheating yourself. So if you're new to this channel, make sure you go check out the Forbidden Lands play. It's phenomenal. It's a great game, and they are working that game and doing great stuff with it.
Thanks, Craig. Yeah. And thanks for coming and DMing for us. This was fun.
It was my pleasure.
We'll definitely keep this going. Just other couple announcements before we wrap. Our next Forbidden Lands is going to be a week from Monday, so that'll be on December the 11th, I believe. I'm also doing an on-stream game jam. I'm halfway through it right now, making a video game prototype. So,
if you aren't tuning into his game jams, chat is blowing up. It's fun. We're all having fun watching Josh build this game, and he's bringing us all into it. So tune in, just make fun of him with us, and see this amazing thing that he's creating, because it is incredible to see what he can do in 40 hours.
That's cool.
So, many more fun things to come. And Ars Magica is still on the horizon. I bumped it back a bit because life got crazy busy. But it is still coming in probably about 2 or 3 months. So
that's a game. You guys are going to play Ars Magica?
Yeah, I've run it before. And 2 of the players I played it with before are coming back. And we'll have one... It'll be 3 returning players that have played it before, and 1
That's
completely
awesome.
new player who owns the books and has wanted to play for a long time. So
that's great.
it's going to be sweet.
It's an amazing game.
And we're starting a fresh campaign, but we are going to pull in Easter eggs and a couple of bits from our previous one and just start a whole
Isn't
new.
it 3 couples that are playing it too?
It's going to be Jessica, Bill, Sean, and Killian.
Oh, that one. You've got another one cooking.
I'm introducing a bunch of people to D&D this weekend, but that's an in-person thing. We're doing a noob D&D night for for the +1s that never get to play RPGs with us.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. We're got tons of things cooking. So
See you soon.
Join our Discord. Love you. Bye.
oh yeah.